morning, young saints. It's me, your old pal Twinkle here again today to say good morning, everyone. It's great to have you with us. If you're joining us this morning from Burgess Hill, hey, give us a wave if you're up the hill. Lovely. Great job, thanks for joining us. Or maybe you're in Worthing, down by the seaside. If that's you, give us a wave, Worthing, just like the sea itself. Or maybe you're up in Crawley Town. Crawley, give me a wave. Don't you distract them pilots as they're landing their planes, though. Or maybe you're in the historic market town of Horsham. If that's you, Horsham, give us a wave, why don't you? Marvellous. Now, today we're going to sing about the three wise men who came to give gifts to Jesus when he was born. Let me see you stand and let me hear you sing. Come on in. Oi, oi.
We three kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traverse afar, field and fountain, moor and mountain, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Born a king on Bethlehem plain, gold I bring to crown him again. King forever, ceasing never, over us all to reign. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Frankincense to offer have I, incense urns a deity nigh, prayer and praising, all men raising, worship in God most high. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Myrrh is mine, its bitter perfume breathes a life of gathering gloom, sorrowing, sighing, bleeding, dying, sealed in the stone cold tomb. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light. Glorious now, behold him arise, King and God and sacrifice. Heaven sings Alleluia, Alleluia, the earth replies. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
Good morning, my friends, you young saints. It's fantastic to be with you today. Today we're going to play an old classic. We're going to play the traffic light game. Are you ready? When you see this sign, you must stop because it's the red light. When you see the green light, you must dance around the room. Ha ha, that's right. Just like your mom in the kitchen when she hears her favorite song. Now, are you ready? Are you steady? Let's go, go, go! Dance around the room, my friends, have some fun! That's a right, dancey thing because the green light is on! That's right! Oh yes, well done you! Well done you! Well done you, that's it! Hey, you at the back there! Get moving, get moving! There's games to play, let's enjoy, enjoy, enjoy! Okay, wait! Stop! Stop! Red light! Red light means we must stop dancing, my friends!
Ibbo!
Stop! No wibbling! No wobbling! Stay on your feet! And the green light's on again! Let's go! Dance, dance, dance! Have some fun! Oh yes, I like this one! Let it da-da-da-da-da! And stop! I'm gonna fall! Wait, Oh, I'm sorry, my friends. Even I could not stay still for that one. How did you get on? Did you do well? And you? Well done. Let's play one more time. Here we go. The green light is on. Yeah, dance, dance, dance. All right, I like your moves. Very funky over there. Well done, you. Well done, you. And stop! Freeze! Freeze the red light! Oh my! I can't hold this position much longer. Okay, everybody, let's just try one last time to dance! Dance, 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 dance! That's right! Here we go then! And are you ready to freeze? Nobody move! Stop! No moving! Very good! Well done, young saints! I enjoyed playing that game with you. Now, let's have some more fun.
Can you remember the memory verse from last week? Can you tell which words are missing on the screen? Let's have a look, shall we? Luke chapter 19, verse 10. For the Son of Man came to blank, and to blank the blank. What are those blanks? Can you remember the words? Let's have a look, shall we? Luke chapter 19, verse 10. For the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. Good morning, young saints. How are you? Thank you for joining us again this morning. This is the third week in our 4-week theme, The King is Coming. Now, do you remember that on week 1, we looked at, did Jesus just pop out of thin air, or did anyone know he was coming? Did anyone anticipate his arrival? Yes, we discovered that lots of the Old Testament prophets had heard things from God and told them to other people about the fact that God was going to send Jesus to us to be God with us on earth. Amazing. And then last week we looked at the fact of what did Jesus come to do? Do you remember the angel told Joseph that Jesus would save the people from their sins, and that Jesus himself told us that he had come to seek and to save that which was lost, you and me. Today, we want to look at the reaction or the response of 3 different types of people when Jesus was born. So when Jesus was born, there were different kinds of people, just like there are different kinds of people now. And we're going to look at the shepherds, who were poor people, generally speaking, who lived outside in the elements, in the cold or in the rain or in the hot and in the sun. We're going to look at the magi. So they are wise men. They are very well-off people. They are very fancy people. They have lots of education and lots of learning, and they are studying the stars to find out what's happening in the world. And then we're going to look at one other person. We're going to look at King Herod and his response to Jesus being born too. So 3 responses. Here we go. Response number 1 then is going to be from the shepherds. So in Luke chapter 2, it says that the shepherds. So The shepherds had an angelic visitation, and the angels came to them and told them what they would find whilst they were still in their fields. And then they go and they see things just the way they were told it would be, just how the angels told them it would be. They find Jesus. And when they're on their way home back to the sheep, the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen, which were just as they had been told. So the shepherds heard from the angels what they would find, that Jesus would be born to them, and this is where you'd find him. And they find him just the way the angels tell them, and they return telling everyone, excuse me, about what they have heard and what they have seen. What an amazing response by them. They return, the shepherds return, glorifying and praising God. Because why? Because they've met with Jesus. Let's have a look at another response. Another response would be of the Magi, the wise men. So after Jesus was born, this is from Matthew chapter 2. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." These wise men from the east, from a far away place, have come all the way to Jerusalem because they saw the star that heralded the arrival of Jesus. And they come to Herod, the king in the area, to say, "We've seen the star, there's a new king, we've come to worship him." Fascinating. And they bring gold, frankincense, well done, and myrrh, well done. So they bring special gifts which have meanings to do with Jesus' life, don't they? So the kings worship, the wise men, they worship Jesus. They bring him gold for a king, frankincense for a priest, and myrrh for a death. All things that are intimately involved in the life of Jesus. He is our king, he is our high priest, and he died a death that means we don't have to. Amazing stuff. Brilliant, brilliant insight from the Magi there. But they come to see who? They come to see King Herod. And what is Herod's response? Then Herod called the Magi secretly and found out from them the exact time the star had appeared, the star that had guided them to Bethlehem. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search carefully for the child. As soon as you find him, report him to me, that I too may go and worship him." Now, Herod, do you think he is being sincere? The shepherds are sincere. They are truthful in that they go praising and worshipping God when they've seen the Christ child. The Magi bring special gifts for Jesus, which are prophetic about the life that he will lead. They worship the Christ child. Herod, what do you think about him? Do you think he really wants to go and worship? Or do you think maybe he has a different plan? Herod has a different plan. Herod doesn't want to worship Jesus. Herod wants to kill Jesus. He's jealous of the fact that there's another king, a new king in town. What's our theme? Our theme is that the king is coming. That king is Jesus, born as a baby. Herod was jealous and wanted to get rid of Jesus. Today, in our groups, I would love for you to read, to chat and to pray together. I want you to read those scriptures together and discuss the different people who were included. Let's talk about the shepherds and their response. Let's talk about the wise men, the Magi, and their response. And let's talk about King Herod and his response. As we read, chat and pray, let's talk about what do we think our response to the birth of Jesus should be. Let's read, chat, pray, and I'll see you in a minute. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that your groups went well. I hope that you got a chance to read, to chat, and to pray together. Wasn't it interesting to see the three different types of response, the three different types of people had to the birth of Jesus? Herod wanted Jesus to go away. He was threatened by Jesus. He was jealous of Jesus. He didn't want a new king in his kingdom. He was the king. He was in charge. That's one response. The wise men saw something prophetically in Jesus and brought him prophetic gifts about his life: gold, frankincense, myrrh. They came to worship him. And the shepherds heard with their own ears and saw with their own eyes an amazing angelic visitation, and then went to visit Jesus himself, and were so moved by what they'd seen and what they'd heard that they went away praising God and telling everyone about what they'd seen and heard. Let's be like the shepherds, shall we? Let us humble ourselves, see Jesus for who he is, and then tell our friends what we've seen and what we've heard of him. Whatever it is that you're doing this week, I pray that God's grace and his peace would be with you. And I'll see you again next week. All the best. Bye.